Okay, this is more or less going to be a series slash season finale review of Hawkeye. Now, let me tell you something. We got what, 4 Disney Plus shows this year? I would say my top 2 are interchangeable. But Hawkeye, in my opinion, is definitely way better than Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I was bored during certain episodes, but every single episode of Hawkeye just got better and better and better and better. It started off slow and it built up perfectly, and I think it actually ended super solid. Now, are there certain issues that I have with it? Absolutely. The MacGuffin, which is the watch, I really feel as though if you took the watch out of the entire show, nothing at all would change. It really wouldn't fucking matter, because they built up such a hype behind the watch, and who needs the watch, and what's going on with the watch, and Kingpin needs the watch, and the watch belongs to someone, and it belongs to his wife, and then it's like the watch gets returned and nothing happens. Kingpin really wants the watch. He never asks about the watch. Like, he goes off on like a completely different quest. I do love the fact that we got comic book accurate Kingpin, which is, he was a beast. Like, arrow to the chest, rips it out, drops it on the ground, no blood whatsoever. Gets ran over by a car, knocked away like 5 feet through a window, gets up, shrugs it off, no problem whatsoever. He was completely mollywopping Kate for the better part of like 5 minutes. And you could tell he really didn't want to kill her. He just wanted to get his hands on her mother, just wrap an hand around her throat. And no matter what she threw at him, he was just shrugging it off. And it required her literally detonating all of her trick arrows to knock that man down. The twist with her mother being the villain, whatever. Saw that from like a million miles away. Like, it was really easily telegraphed super early, once we knew Kingpin was going to be in this, that chances are she was the mastermind behind Amon Duquesne's death. Amon Duquesne the Fourth, absolutely love him. I keep forgetting like his comic book name. I think he's like Swordmaster or something. Dude's great. I think he crushed it as Amon. They kind of made him a little bit more jokey than he is in the comics, but then again, that's fine for his character, because by the end of the series I was actually in his corner, because he was a genuinely good dude and he was kind of a dick. Now, for my favorite relationship in this series is definitely Kate and Yelena. I'm definitely looking forward to the both of them essentially being the operating Hawkeye and Black Widow going forward in the MCU, because they are absolutely hilarious. From their very first meeting, where she throws her off the roof, to their conversation over spicy macaroni and cheese, to them essentially having like this weird war in the elevator as she tries to stop Kate from pushing all the buttons to slow her down from getting to Clint. Fucking hilarious. The chemistry between the both of them, excellent. I love the progression of the relationship between Clint and Kate, where at first he kind of sees her as a nuisance, and then he starts to open up. Then she kind of becomes like a surrogate daughter to him, and then she really becomes a surrogate daughter to him by the end of the series. Fantastic. A look into more or less Clint's psyche when he was Ronin, how he feels about working for S.H.I.E.L.D., how he looks at himself, where he doesn't see himself as like an agent, he sees himself as a weapon. Fantastic. Hints that may lead into the fact that Laura Barton is actually Mockingbird. Dope as shit. Now, I kind of wish they had went a little bit further with that. Like I said, they kind of introduced the watch and then dropped the whole watch angle for the last episode, where no one gave a shit about the watch anymore. Kind of disappointing. Wish we had gotten like confirmation that she was Mockingbird, but whatever, doesn't really matter, because the show's name is essentially Hawkeye. Now, where do we go from here? I don't see us really getting a season 2. It'd be interesting if we did, but I feel as though if Marvel decided to do a season 2, it would be with both Kate and Yelena, just the 2 most chaotic characters in the MCU, buddying around the planet accidentally fucking shit up. I would be there for that. I would 100% sit down and watch that show. That show is dope as fuck. But I enjoyed Hawkeye from the beginning. It started with that stupid fucking musical. It ended with that musical. Weirdly enough, and maybe it's because I really enjoy Hamilton, I did think that Rogers the Musical is dope as hell, and if it was on Broadway, I would probably buy a ticket and go and see it. Other than that, this series was solid. It didn't really have any... There weren't any episodes that I can look at and I can go, outside of the first episode, which was a little bit slow as it sets up Kate's backstory and also introduces Clint to this current situation. I can't really see any negatives going into this. Now, one of the negatives that could be said for the series overall is they introduced Kingpin and supposedly killed him, but it didn't happen on screen, so I don't believe that Kingpin's actually dead. I really feel as though he probably got away from Echo, or the shot that we heard was somebody who took a shot at Echo in an attempt to save Kingpin's life. But yeah, Hawkeye. If you've been waiting for it to be over, check it out. It is really good. If you weren't a fan of Captain America and the Winter Soldier, but you're kind of interested, I can definitely say that this is better than Captain America and the Winter Soldier, and you would definitely enjoy this series. I didn't expect much from Hawkeye. Wasn't really sure if it was going to hit the mark. Absolutely does. Thank you for watching this video. If you made it all the way to the end, I thank you so much. Comment down below, let me know how you feel about Hawkeye. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one.